Hi, my name is Francesca McDowell from Elevate Coaching, and today I'm here with the lovely Christine Glory, and we're going to be sharing a client success story. So, for those who are familiar with myself and Elevate Coaching, you'll know that I work with individuals and organizations to really support them. But sometimes people may not always see exactly what goes into some of the coaching or the results. And so Christine kindly offered to join me today to really share her journey. So please introduce yourself and share what you do.
Hi, Francesca. I normally call you Fran, but
That's fine.
yeah. And thank you so much for having me here. I'm really, really grateful. Now, as Francesca said, my name is Christine Glory, and I am a mentor. I'm an author. I'm also an IT professional based in the UK. And one of my passion is to help women and encourage them really to live and elevate to their very best. I run a 12-week mentorship program, which is titled Outrunning Fear. And really, the aim of the program is to help women that are stuck and who have experienced some sort of trauma and are really unable to move forward with their life. So in this program, I really help the women to be able to gain clarity, gain confidence, build resilience. So those are the few things that I do, and really it's been a wonderful, just to see the women gain that confidence and really be able to move and towards their dreams and whatever they want to achieve. So that's a bit about me, what I do. So yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Amazing. And I really love that. I have to say, I love working with individuals who are really about making an impact on other people's lives. And, when we think about fear and people who've gone through trauma or are stuck, like these are really serious issues. And so absolutely, delighted to hear what you're doing now. And if for those who are watching, if you're not already, please do make sure you follow Christine Glory on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn, everywhere she is. You need to be following her and do connect with her really. And so we've been working together for a little while. Are you happy to share what initially made you decide to join one of my programs?
Yes, definitely. I'm happy to share. One of the reasons why I really joined your program is that I love your title. One of your programs is Make It Happen. And I love the title so much. It prompted something in me that, okay, make it happen. And I'm like, let me find out more. And I joined the Make It Happen program because there was a time I reached to a level and a time in my life and a season that I needed change. I needed to make things happen. I needed to work. I kept postponing a lot of things aside, which postponing for me is like another word of procrastination.
Yeah.
Just postpone. And really, so when I saw your program Make It Happen, and you had been running for some time, and I said, one day I've got to get into this program. And once I got in touch with you, with the initial consultation with you, I realized this program is the right program for me because I needed to, later on I'll be speaking about it, I needed to write my book. And I didn't know where to start. And you yourself, being an author yourself, and you have that experience of writing a book, you know what it's like. So I just let me reach out to you and join your Make It Happen mentorship program, which really helped me. And and today I'm an author. So yeah.
Absolutely. And we'll come on to more about, your successes. But you mentioned two very important P words. You mentioned, you kept postponing and procrastinating. And I think those are things that a lot of people we struggle with because it's important what we want to do. We really believe in our dreams and our goals, but we postpone them and we procrastinate. And for as long as we keep doing those things, nothing is going to change. And you mentioned the name of the program, which is Make It Happen. And I really felt that was such an appropriate title for this 6-month coaching program, which is really about accountability and group coaching, because it does what it says on the tin. It was geared up and created for people who were ready to make it happen. And sometimes the making it happen looks very differently for one person than the other. And so if you remember on the program, we had some people who had health goals. They had things going on in their home they wanted to improve, and then some business goals, or like yourself, writing a book. So it was a real variety, but the emphasis was on make it happen.
Yes.
And so, you started the program and you were really, really committed. Was there anything in particular that you would say made it more effective for you? Like, what made it work for you?
So what made it work for me is the support that the group brings, and knowing that you're not alone. In the focus, really being in the program helped me to just really focus, and knowing that even though it's a group and you have others working on different goals, it actually helps you to be able to zero and really focus on what you're working on. And anytime I maybe reached a roadblock or anything like that, I was able to share what I was going through with the group, and obviously with yourself, and you're then able to help me, advise me, and give me guidance on how I can move forward. So so that I'm not alone, and that's what's made it for me. I felt I was not alone. There's that support system. There's other participants as well, which really just encouraged me to push on, and obviously also to after you've said that you're going to do, so you have that accountability. You've got no choice but to show up and to really make it happen for whatever it is that you're going through. But mainly it's the support that you get in the group, in the group, with yourself and with the rest of the participants. Yeah.
Fantastic. Really good. And so when you first joined, did you expect, in the first 6 months to have actually completed your first draft? Like, what expectations did you come in with?
I definitely came up with high expectation, because again, I was tired. I had things just locked up in me, and I think my expectations are, Christine, you've got to get this book out. And yes, at some times I was like, it felt as if I was not going to get it out, but constantly after showing up, after every time I showed up for the program, every time I showed up for the sessions, I had expectation that I will do it, and because I set that expectation, it didn't mean that I didn't have any obstacles. There was time that I shared with you, I had author's blocks, so you just like nothing. I just felt like there's just nothing. I was not going to get this book out, and knowing that you've experienced that really, and you shared that. There was a time when you're writing your book, and you had writer's block, and you shared your tips on what to do, and so sometimes that really helped me. So it's not that having the expectation that you're going to complete it, you're going to do it. It does help, but it's realistic expectation. It wasn't like some sort of crazy expectation, but it was realistic, in being kind to yourself, and really, when you talk about expectation, I think one of in your program in Make It Happen is you don't just focus on goals, you don't just focus on make it happen, but you make it happen in every aspect of your life. Really, you make it happen in your emotional, psychological, everything is social, so it's like you're making it happen. So you're in the program, you're not really concerned just about your goals or achieving. So even though I had expectation to want to write my book, but I found myself that I'm looking at make it happen in every area of my life. I'm looking at relationships, I'm looking at different things, job, my work, how to balance my life. So yeah, so I had that really, it just helped me broaden my expectations even more and develop even further to who I am today. So yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And you were very committed, I will say. And this is the thing, isn't it? I'm such a believer in readiness, because when people are ready, they commit into the process. And when there's that level of commitment, like you said, when obstacles come up, such as writer's block, or you just feel challenged, there's still a commitment to persevere. And I think one thing that I've really enjoyed was just being able to share from a more of an experienced place as well. So the more of the little bit of the mentoring arm to say, hey, I get it, I've been there, so no one's alone in that struggle. But hey, let's figure out some strategies to make us move forward. And I think, like many coaching programs, when we start, we have our set goals, but we don't always anticipate the other areas that are also going to be improved. Because I want to call it like, the ripple effect. You put a stone in a body of water, and we just start to see these lovely ripples throughout. And when people decide to make progress and to go full on with their goals, somehow the rest of their life also starts to make some changes.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
fantastic.
Yeah, definitely I experienced a ripple effect, and yes, you do.
Yeah. Fantastic. So so we did the 6-month program, you completed it, and so tell us where you were in terms of your goal once the program had ended.
So where I was with my goal, I just needed, obviously I finished my book, and the program did come to an end, and I believe, for me anyway, but I then decided I want to work with you on one-on-one, and I think that really helped me a lot to be able to get my book, and because you're a coach, and I really felt that our relationship, and I felt like, okay, you're definitely the person that will help me. And your approach, I just love the way you make the transition, everything really. And really, you've been, for me, it's you've been in the beginning of my journey, and why not continue to the end? And you've been you had been such a support. So I said, you know what? You do one-on-one. So I took you on your one-on-one program, and which I am still continuing to do with yourself. And even as I mentioned earlier, the programs that I have now run, it's because of my one-on-one with you, and really learning that process and working with you has been, I don't even know how to express it. It's really helped me to really bring out what was in me. So it's not just having the book, but how I can use my book, my story, to help others, and my testimonies to help others out of that, overcome whatever challenges, whatever fear, whatever it is. So working with you on one-on-one has been so helpful, so life-changing for me, and it's been right for me because of my goals, of what I've set. So again, after the program, I set another goal. So that goal finished, and I set another goal. And the goal then, I know that the group might not work for me, but one-on-one will work for me. So it's been wonderful, and I'm amazed. I started 2021, and we're in 2022. What I've achieved, it's unbelievable. And and I remember, when I was joined in 2021, your Make It Happen program, that time, is that you would say, you're not going to be in the same place in 12 months. And, it sounds like you're echoing, but actually it's true. When I reflect that now, I can see it's a difference. So what I've achieved from 2021 to now, it's great. It's the best decision I ever made. And yeah, and what I would add to that, Fran, is that anyone that's looking for looking to work with you, or looking to work with, looking to work with you, I would definitely, whatever it is that they want and they're ready, they should definitely work with you, because you make it so, you have this, you just make it, you understand, you bring empathy, you actually you bring out the best in someone. And that's I can speak that from my own experience. And you walk through, so is that you walk through with the person, and even if the person might not get it, but you walk through with them, you take that time. And not many coaches are out there are doing that. Some just want to just quickly get what they want to get, but you walk through the process, and you care about your clients. And yeah, not saying that other people don't care, but you take extra care. Yes.
Sure. Thank you. And I have to say, I do really believe that coaching is one of the things that I'm called to. And so I'm very passionate about it. And one of the things I like to say is, you've got to trust the process. So even when I was saying, hey, by this time next year, sometimes it can feel like, how on earth? But here we are, just well over a year on. And do you want to share about your book that you publish, and a little bit about that as well?
So this is my book.
I've got a copy as well.
Yeah. So this is my book, Outrunning Fear. And this is my personal story, really, as I document where I was born in a war-torn country, and really the terror of war, the sound of gunshot, witnessing your loved ones, witnessing your friends, witness you've been removed from your home. You find, so I document all that. And then obviously that was my life documents my childhood, how my childhood is all, how I came to, how my childhood was really like, the trauma I experienced. And then obviously coming into the UK, and then coming to Europe, it documents my life coming to Europe. Again, that's a whole another transition, coming into a land I have no idea. I don't know anybody. I don't know people that much. So yeah, and it's been a blessing. Sharing my life in a book with the world, and really the testimony of everybody that's been reading it, and they're so inspired, and they feel like, wow, they're like, and then also, yeah, that's it. So thank you.
Amazing. And just walking the journey with you, for me, it's been an absolute honor. But I think what's been so powerful is how our people's dreams and goals are so interconnected. So now you've done your book, and you had an incredible book launch, which was just amazing, like best book launch I've ever been to, and but yet now how other people have been impacted by your story and by your book. And I just think that's one thing for me that is so powerful. So yes, you came on Make It Happen because you'd been procrastinating about some of your dreams, and now yes, you've achieved your dreams, but look at how many other people have been impacted. And for me, that is just mind-blowing. And so obviously I know some of your future goals, which again is incredible. And so yeah, I just really wanted to celebrate your success and celebrate your commitment to the process, and investing in yourself and your own growth, to have coaching, to learn lots of new things, shift some mindset, learn strategy, but ultimately achieve, the very thing that's in your heart, or that what God has given you to do. And so thank you so much for sharing.
Yes, thank you so much. And it's so interesting that you mentioned mindset. Mindset is really everything. And the moment and really it's in the place of coaching, that your mindset can really shift. And you working with you helped me with my mindset, that I can do it. If I had a mind, if I probably not before that, I had a mindset of, like say, procrastination, putting it aside, and when you come now and you're like, oh, so I can actually do this. There's the other side of it. So mindset is really something that we need to work on. And yes, that's really helped me.
Yeah, amazing. And they say success breeds success. And so once you've done it once, like there's so much more opportunity to do that again. And one of the things that I do share as part of all of my coaching journey is that I'm quite honest and transparent about my own journey. So particularly around the book writing, over the last 10 years, because I've always written, I love writing. I started several books and got to chapter 1, chapter 2, and then it never happened, but then in 2020 published my first book, which was co-authored with my business partner at the time. And then it was like book 1 done. And yet it did something to remind me that actually, this is possible, and so, but now by God's grace, I've done 5 books, which I'm so grateful for the opportunity to really write and share with other people. But again, like you said, mindset is key, because when we believe that we can, well, then our actions follow our belief. And so you've demonstrated that so massively with your journey, and now just so many incredible things that await in the future. And what we then do is we teach other people. Yes. And so I know when you're part of your programs, you're really teaching how to develop that that growth mindset, that healthy mindset, to support people to move forward and come out of that place. And so, like I said, it's just an absolute honor to have worked with you and to see what you're doing now. And it's been great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Really, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you as well.
Great. Yes. Thank you. And thanks so much for listening to Christine's success story. If you're interested in joining Make It Happen or another one of my coaching programs, please do check out the details or a link somewhere around this video, and take good care. Bye-bye.